What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel. Now I actually had a couple pieces of news for you guys today, but this one I am going to be doing something a little different. So there's an article here from What Culture, and shoutouts to the ones who wrote this article, Jordan Rylings, who is a contributor, and Simon Gallagher, who is one of the chief operations, who's a chief operator, I guess, for What Culture. He's What Culture's COO, and the guy who deletes your comments. That's kind of funny. So I'm going to be talking about everything that was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 36 had it still took place at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Literally everything. That's what this video is going to be. It's going to be all about that. In tomorrow's video, I'll be talking about what the future holds for John Cena, when we can expect to see Roman Reigns come back to WWE, and a couple other things as well. So let's get into this video. So it actually basically it's titled "Everything That Was Supposed to Happen at WrestleMania 36" in parentheses, but it didn't. Kevin Owens' Mania spot should have been even bigger, that's basically what it says. We all know. This is the whole thing. We all know the drill, so let's not dwell on the why and instead focus on the what. Due to the current testing circumstances, many unique changes and modifications were bolted onto the side of this year's WrestleMania, originally scheduled to be held at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, holding well over 65,000. WrestleMania 36 saw some unforeseen consequences that changed almost every aspect of the usual sports entertainment spectacle. However, being the adaptable titans of content that they are, the WWE agreed that the show must go on, rolling with any punches that came along with the issues of the last few months. We got the most unique WrestleMania experience of all time. No stadium? No problem. Split into 2 nights? Easy. Keeping everyone healthy? That's a priority, and it's safe to say the WWE made it work. The usual event, it was not, but what is usual these days anyway. After our 2-night wrestling binge across the weekend, we're already wanting to take a look back. This list will look at everything that was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 36, but it didn't for one reason or another. So right now, given the circumstances that we have now, there already here in the U.S. there's actually been a very low amount of deaths because of our current circumstances. There has been a low amount of deaths right now, which honestly, that's really good. I know it's sad to see it happen, but obviously here in the U.S., everybody's staying safe, everybody's staying at home, which is obviously incredible. And this whole week has been really critical because of that particular reason. Okay, so there is 18. So it's basically the top 18 things that would have happened. The abandoned theme and stage plans. Tampa's Ray J Stadium offered such a unique setting for WrestleMania that the company were leaning on the whole pirate theme as soon as the venue was announced. The fact that there's a giant pirate ship within the stadium makes it likely there would have been some allusion to pirates in the theme of WrestleMania 36. We're not saying it would have been a pirate battle royal or anything like that, but you can't put on a show in that setting without tying into the biggest feature of the stadium. Just as you couldn't then use a pirate theme properly than it was when it was moved to the performance center. Intriguingly, during NFL's during NFL games, cannons were fired from the ship when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers scored. There is no chance on earth they wouldn't have been used as part of the opening or other entrances. Seating plans for the show linked to the early ticket sales also revealed that the ship would have actually played a part of the stage design. Okay, so here's the setup. Here's the I'm gonna try and show you guys. Hang on. So I guess this would have been the stage. It's kind of I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see it. But that's what would I guess that's what the stage would have been. Hang on. Try to find the damn cord too. There we go. Yeah, so I guess that's what the stage would have been like. I guess I'm not entirely sure. Honestly, though, I think I think the pirate theme would have tied so well with the stage with WrestleMania. It would have been so perfect. Let's see what number 17 is. A crowd, obviously. Ha ha. Obviously. God, I swear that dog needs to shut up. Obviously, the biggest part missing from WrestleMania 36 was the crowd. Every year, it seems like the stadium gets bigger, the attendance breaks more records, and the event gives any other sport a run for its money. This year, however, with rumors pointing to almost 80,000 fans packed at Raymond James Stadium, we instead saw no fans on screen. Aired live to fans at home to ensure everyone's safety, the entire atmosphere of WrestleMania 36 changed. Many people, including talent themselves, strongly believe that fans make the events. Hell, if fans weren't so crucial, the WWE would simply pre-tape all shows and cater to a different style of product. With the lack of crowd, we saw the lack of feedback and interaction. No screaming fans, no chants, no pop for key moments of the night. For instance, you for certain that Mandy Rose and Otis Kiss would have been a fan favorite moment, likely gain a huge response from those in attendance. Yeah, definitely. Still, it gave the two nights a sense of wonder, twisting already unique interactions, such as the Firefly Funhouse and the Boneyard match, into something even more enjoyable. Yeah, I have to say, both those matches were pretty good. I think with the Firefly and Funhouse, I think that match should have went into a different route. That's just my opinion. Number 16, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's appearance. It seems extremely likely that Tyson Fury would have been involved. There was some talk of him being involved in a match with Brock Lesnar at one point. In fact, according to Alex McCarthy of TalkSport.com, the plan was to have Cain Velasquez and Fury facing Lesnar in a match billed as WWE versus Boxing versus UFC for the first time ever. That feels very Vince McMahon. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, the best of all three worlds. I'm not so sure, because if you guys recall, Brock Lesnar has been both in WWE and in UFC as well, so I'm not so sure about that. Fury has recently confirmed to TalkSport that he was supposed to take part at WrestleMania 36. He says, "quote, I was supposed to be at WrestleMania 36, but obviously with the crush card virus, I have to say it like that because it's a pun, yes, I couldn't be there. Given Fury's victory over Deontay Wilder and his successful cameo in WWE prior to that, you have to think the idea of him being actively involved in a match were true. Honestly, I would not mind seeing Brock Lesnar and Tyson Fury duke it out. I wouldn't have mind seeing that. Number 15, the Hall of Fame ceremony. Obviously, I believe we're supposed to be getting that in at SummerSlam, I believe. I'm not so sure. One of the most enjoyable side attractions of WrestleMania weekend is that of the Hall of Fame ceremony. Hours upon hours of anecdotes? I don't know how to pronounce that, and this ad is in my fucking way. Outfit checks and weird off the cuff moments that come from hosting a live celebration of historical wrestling figures. This year would have been no different. In fact, the 2020 Hall of Fame was absolutely stacked. Just look at the lineup. Batista, the Bella Twins, Jushin Thunder Liger, JBL, the British Bulldog, and the NWO. Seriously, can you imagine the stories? Yes, I could. Obviously, with the NWO, they could... stories for days. Stories for days. Even JBL, stories for days. Batista... Yeah, definitely stories. Bella's... I don't know. If you know what? Question of the day. I'm. This is gonna be a daily thing with each video that I post. Do you guys think that the Bella Twins deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? Comment below. Comment below using the hashtag WWEHOF. Use that hashtag and comment below if you guys think that the Bella Twins should be in the Hall of Fame. If yes, explain why, and if no, who do you think should be their replacement? That is the question of the day. But continuing on, unfortunately, the very comfy, usually very long ceremony was postponed until a later date, with no hint as to when. The Hall of Fame could be given its own unique date. Another possible scenario would be is pairing alongside SummerSlam, or maybe next year's WrestleMania getting a double bill. Gets a double bill. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I think SummerSlam would be a little bit better, honestly. You also have to remember, it's not just about getting the inductees to attend. There's live audience full of active and retired wrestlers, as well as the fans in attendance. So after what happened at last year's Hall of Fame, there are rumors stating that that with the Hall of Fame ceremony, every year they would host it at a smaller venue. You know, so for instance, because that next year's WrestleMania will be here in LA, depending on our current situation, it could very may well take place at the LA Convention Center, which is possible. Number 14, a match for Hulk Hogan. The fuck? Now it's best to take everything he says with a pinch or a truckload of salt. But Hulk Hogan was making noise back in 2019 about the possibility of a match at WrestleMania. Was it possible? Well, the Hall of Fame induction of the NWO definitely offered an endpoint for Hogan, certainly, and it's interesting to entertain the idea. Given what the Hulkster said in an interview with Wrestling Academy, he said, quote, "I've been talking to Vince McMahon. History is very important to me. I've had a very long career, and part of my career was with a very, very small company and a very gracious lady called Dixie Carter in TNA. And I had one of my last match there. That's hard for me to live with. I want my last match to be in WWE. I've been pushing and negotiating very hard, and I'm actually healthy. I'm in very good shape, a little bit under 300 pounds, maybe 295. Maybe 295 pounds. I'm getting ready. I'm going to have one little tiny surgery on my back. Maybe take me a couple months to recover, but I've got my eyes set for WrestleMania. Since it was in Florida, it seems likely something would have happened at the event, even if it was just a cameo. Honestly, if there was one person that I would not mind seeing Hulk Hogan face at WrestleMania. Ooh, that's a hard one. But I would have to say, say John Cena. I don't know. Something about those two. Number 13, a single night at the Ray J. Next to the lack of crowd is the fact that this year's WrestleMania was split into two nights within the WWE Performance Center. Usually we had the Hall of Fame ceremony on one night which we'll come to, followed by some form of NXT event at the next, and then 16 hours of WrestleMania on Sunday. Seen as the WWE no longer had to commit 80,000 fans at Raymond James Stadium, they took a creative choice to split the event into 2 nights, which was a great idea, apportioning matches, moments and the pre-shows in a successful attempt to hold interest. Plus, it meant that the smaller moments had less chance to be drowned out in the abundance of content that would otherwise all come in one night. Again, though, we do lose that big feeling at WrestleMania, especially when you think about the fact that there's no gigantic stage representing the event, as well as there being a much smaller ramp and lead up to the ring. Honestly, again, I think that was wise because of the fact that we had 18 matches, damn near 20 matches on the card. Woo! Would have been interesting. Number 12, unique entrances, including Becky Lynch's truck. Entrances are a staple of WrestleMania. Having such a huge venue to plan your event around means that there's plenty of space to work in quirky spots and moments. For example, Rusev driving the ring in an actual tank, Undertaker walking through a crowd of dead people, or The Rock and his flamethrower. Yeah, that one was kind of cool. The same goes for the feature of live performances of interest music historically, including the likes of Motorhead, Limp Bizkit, and of course Snoop Dogg. It's fair to say that some appearances hit much harder than others. However, since the show was moved to the Performance Center, it meant we missed out on our chance to experience these. The most prominent one being the strongly rumored Alter Bridge performing Edge's theme song. Yes, I would love to have seen that. Along with the loss of music were cool entrances, most notably Becky Lynch's big old semi-truck. She'd surely find a way to drive to the ring. Other speculation included that of a unique Messiah-based Seth Rollins entrance. Ooh, I wonder how that would have been. I'm curious about that. A possible celebrity match at number 11. Again, perhaps it's best to take this one with some salt too, but there was some suggestion prior to the cancellation that Rob Gronkowski was already set to appear at WrestleMania 36, though perhaps not as the host. Gronk obviously did win the 24/7 title there, but that may not have been what WWE's bookers had planned initially. Rumors suggested that WWE was actually planning on having a celebrity match of sorts at WrestleMania 36 as something of a surprise. And who would have he faced? Well, how about the breadcrumb trail leading to Dennis Rodman? WWE had previously released a short clip from WWE Untold Story, Rodzilla Runs Wild, which saw Rodman calling Gronk out. It's slightly odd for this to just be dropped out of nowhere, given that Rodman said, quote, "Someone asked me, Dennis, you want to wrestle again? I could tell you a guy I really want to wrestle, and that's Gronkowski. I mean, that guy from New England, he talks a lot of shit. I'm 50 years old. You're 32, 33 years old. Great. It don't matter to me. Let's go ahead and do this shit. This ain't about me making my money. I'll just go out and wrestle his ass. Let's go and do it." Could this have been the WrestleMania 36 celebrity match? You never know. I think that would have been that would have been interesting. The 2 Battle Royals, yes, at number 10. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing okay. Among pulled wrestlers and canceled or modified... Okay, I swear my laptop needs to stop the fucking ads. Among pulled wrestlers and canceled or modified matches were the 2 Battle Royals. Firstly, the annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal had been scrapped in an effort to look out for the performer's safety. It's a fair justification, and there's no arguments from us. Similarly, the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal was also canceled for the same reason. This means no memorable moments from from the likes of the more athletic, potentially lesser known wrestlers, someone would likely do their absolute damnedest to make sure that they stayed in the running. Doing some crazy handstand on top of another wrestler who was fighting someone else outside the ring. Or you get the idea. This is basically what they wrote. As well as that, no surprise entrants such as Shaq or Gronk or whoever else WWE might have found to cameo in the event. Simply put, just fun little things that we missed due to the drastic nature of the changes. Obviously, the Crush card. A live musical performance. Last year, obviously, saw Joan Jett appear at WrestleMania 36 for Becky Lynch's main event entrance, and it seems likely that this year would have followed suit. Some rumors positioned Alter Bridge as the most likely candidates, or given their link to Edge, and the fact that he's never had them play him to the ring live, despite their long association. Add to that the fact that Edge told ENC's Pod of Awesomeness that there had been discussions of the band appearing at WrestleMania for him, but the circumstances were wrong, and there's no possibility. He said, quote, "We had talked about it, and the way it had worked out is that I was always a heel, and I really believe that a heel shouldn't have had a badass band playing them to the ring because you're gonna cheer that. It's cool. Could we have finally see him get this moment? You never know. You never know." Number 8, Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. Obviously, that was like one of the big matches that a lot of people wanted to see. This was the biggest change to the card. During talks with the higher-ups, Roman Reigns explained his concern for his health, being immunocompromised from his previous fights with cancer. His wishes to be removed from the card were honored, and as a substitute with less than a day's build-up, Braun Strowman was inserted into the championship match, in which would main event the first night. The original plans for Goldberg were apparently that he'd retain the title, defeating but putting Roman Reigns over in the process. We might yet get to see that match if SummerSlam goes ahead. Similar to the second night, the first main event would echo the second, with Drew McIntyre facing Brock Lesnar in an equally short match. Yeah, again, I think we could still see that match. Goldberg and Reigns, I would love that. I would love that. Number 7, less pre-tapes or none at all, presumably. One potential drawback of there being no crowd was the implementation of pre-taped segments. Generally, this isn't met with great feedback from crowds or home viewers, but somehow both pre-recorded segments of WrestleMania 36 were the high points of the respective night. The Firefly Funhouse and the Boneyard matches blew fans away with not just their premise, but unique execution. The Undertaker vs. AJ Styles would have likely felt the effects of Taker's health, as his matches have huge potential to be either short or feature some kind of hiccup. The Fiend versus John Cena, on the other hand, had worries further towards that of destroying Bray Wyatt's precious character or simply turning out boring. All worries were wiped clean, though, when we saw the detailed, intricate pre-taped segments that were heaping in production and value and creativity. Now that we had the circumstances not changed, we might have ended up with 2 boring, lacking matches that barely scratched the surface of possibility. Number 6, a tag team triple threat ladder match and a bigger active roster of wrestlers. The biggest wrestler to be pulled from the event, of course, was Roman Reigns, which we'll also come to in a moment. However, okay, seriously, laptop, stop! Stop with the fucking ads, you bastard! However, plenty of other participants missed out due to the circumstances or as with WrestleMania tradition, untimely injuries. Andrade was removed from the Raw Tag Team title match against the Street Profits and was replaced by Austin Theory. A similar issue arose with The Miz, meaning the scheduled SmackDown Tag Team Championship match was turned into a triple threat ladder match involving only 3 of the 6 planned wrestlers, that being Jimmy Uso, John Morris, and Kofi Kingston. Dana Brooke's health also apparently ruled her out of the SmackDown Women's Title elimination match. Although tragic, one silver lining is that WrestleMania weekend is always stacked with matches. It's not rare for the card to reach the 7-hour mark, including pre-shows, talking, and who knows what else. It's not to say that we didn't miss anyone pulled from the show, but it's a shorter, tighter experience is always welcome. We are actually short on time, so I'm going to try and... Let's see. Rey Mysterio versus Andrade for the United States title. Yeah, so that was... So apparently, with the United States title, basically with this, Rey Mysterio was also, had also dropped out of WrestleMania because of an active infection that I guess because of fatigue rather than an active infection. I guess I don't know what was going on with that. Number 4, Sasha vs. Bayley. Yeah, I think having Sasha turn babyface would have been absolutely incredible for Sasha, but she did not turn babyface at WrestleMania. Kevin Owens bump and the Seth Rollins Messiah gimmick. Yeah, if you guys saw that match, you'll know that match actually lived up to its hype. And I swear my laptop keeps fucking me over. Which honestly, I would not. That was kind of cool. That match was pretty cool. The early main event plans. Basically, I guess the talk was that that the Universal title match, I guess supposedly was going to be the main event and not the WWE Championship. An actual coronation for Drew McIntyre. Yeah, so obviously pyro and all the other shit would have happened for Drew McIntyre, which honestly it would have been cool. It would have been cool. Let's see what else. I guess that was it. Was that the number 1? I believe that was the number 1. Yeah, that was the number 1. All right, you guys. So that's gonna do it for this video. Again, question of the day: do you guys think the Bella Twins should be in the Hall of Fame? If not, who should replace them? Comment below with the hashtag WWEHOF, and that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash the thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you guys don't miss out on any new content that comes your way. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My links are down in the description below. And if you guys, and I know that it's been postponed, but if you guys have any fan mail that they want to send me, my address will be in the description below. And on that, this is your boy Nash signing out.